The number one most valuable thing I learned while I was at MATC was how to be an advocate for yourself. And that is a lesson that has stayed with me to this very day. Self-advocacy is really knowing and understanding where the resources are when you are in need of something and being able to ask for those resources. So before coming to MATC, I was in web application development. My boss, I think, or the whole leadership team really at Homeboys Interactive recognized that maybe my zeal for programming websites was waning a little bit, and then encouraged me to enroll at MATC, as the kind of launching pad for whatever the next phase that they thought my life might be able to take. My first semester was tough. It was kind of my first year back into a school setting. I didn't have a lot of direction. I wasn't very focused. But then the following semester, I got involved with the Black Student Union, became a student worker here at MATC, a student employee. It's kind of changed everything, turned everything around. The social network that I was able to build through the Black Student Union, and kind of the exposure that I gained within the community of Milwaukee really changed the direction of my life and put me on a path towards public service. Being exposed to community politics and the role that MATC students play in local community politics really changed my direction. In 2004, while I was the Black Student Union president, we staged a protest right across the street, actually, at the Milwaukee County Courthouse building. Finding ways to involve myself in the local community and community politics really changed how I viewed what my role in the city of Milwaukee is, and kind of what my role in the U.S. should be. Right now, I define my role as being a representative of the American people. I mean, that is kind of my job description as a Foreign Service officer, a diplomat for the United States government. We are kind of 24/7 representatives of the United States and the American people overseas. Right now I'm in Kenya, in Nairobi, Kenya. And for a lot of the people that I meet, I may be the only American that they'll ever meet. I almost certainly will be the only American government official that they'll ever meet. It really does feel like a stroke of destiny that kind of brought me here to MATC. The connection to the community is one of the things that makes MATC so valuable. It's a jewel. It really is. I've visited other community colleges, vocational colleges here in the U.S. and even overseas, and I think MATC really stands kind of above the crowd in that regard, just with the types of offerings that it has. And I think the leadership and the vision that this leadership has for the role that MATC can continue to play in the community in the future. And I see nothing but great things in store for MATC, and I'm really proud to be an alum.